the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Are the court notes of Mr. Hicks was served? I'm looking at the DNA test results. Show 99% that Mr. Hicks is the father. Go ahead and proceed with your case, Ms. Correa.
Yes, Your Honor. The mother, Ms. Gonzalez, and the state have come to a full agreement. I'll read the agreement into the record and then prove up the parts that need to be proven up. Mother is asking for sole managing conservatorship with no geographic restriction. The OAG does not object. There is no private insurance available, so we're asking for Medicaid to continue. The parties are, the mother is not requesting a name change. The OAG does not object. Medical support should be $82. Child support should be $272. Father was given credit for one other child, and the state calculated wages based on information received for the past year. The testimony will show that the father has not provided any income, any support to the mother in the last 9 months. As such, the mother is requesting $2,448 in retroactive support to be paid out at $100 per month. As far as visitation, the OAG does not oppose the mother's request of 8 warm-up visits from 12 to 2. The mother is wanting to go ahead and do those visits right away, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because the child is so young, and to bond with the father. A mutual exchange location at Townies Mall at the food court, 2063 Townies Mall, Mesquite, Texas, after the warm-up visits, the standard possession order. The mother is requesting a non-disclosure. The mother is requesting a ruling on a finding of family violence, and I will take testimony on that. I will now call the mother. Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
Tammy Smith Gonzalez.
Okay. Ms. Gonzalez, what is the name of the child in this case?
Ezekiel Gonzalez.
And did you hear the what the judge said about the DNA results, that they're positive?
Yes.
And you accept those results, right?
Yes.
And as such, you're asking for the person that you named to be established as the legal father. You understand that, right?
Yes.
Okay. And ma'am, did you hear all of the proposals and agreements that I just read to the judge?
Yes.
Are those still your agreements?
Yes, please.
Okay. And you don't have any private insurance available, is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And let's talk about retroactive support. In the last 9 months, has the father given you any type of support?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And as far as family violence, I'm going to ask you about that. In the last 2 years, has there been any incidents of family violence?
Yes.
Okay. Are you referring to the August incident, August 2024 incident?
Yes.
Is it true that at that time, the father threw something at you?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and describe to the judge briefly what happened.
I texted him because he kept saying that Ezekiel wasn't his child. So I said, I'm gonna go get back our son's heartbeat recorder. And he was like, okay. And then by the time I got there, he wasn't in the house, he was in his car, and he was just sitting on his phone, and I knocked on the window, and he like looked at me and he was like, what are you doing here? And I was like, I came back to, get the heartbeat recorder. And he was like, get out, like, I can't hit you right now, like just started screaming at me. He was like, I can't effing hit you right now, but I can hit your car. And then the heartbeat recorder was sitting next to him, and he grabbed it and he threw it at me, literally, and I was able to weave it. So yeah, that's basically what happened that day.
Okay. And is it true that you went into early labor when you were pregnant with this child?
Yes, I got a phone call from his girlfriend the day before I went into labor, and he was sitting there next to her because it was from his phone, and she was just stating that she wanted us to lose our child and how she hated me and how she hoped that I, went into labor early. And because of the emotional distress that I was experiencing that day, I had to be rushed to the hospital, and I have a medical document that's stating, that my amniotic fluid ruptured. And unfortunately, because of that, because of the distress that I was experiencing, my son also experienced the distress that I was feeling, and he ended up having the cord wrapped around his neck. And then I had to had an emergency C-section that day.
And forgive my ignorance, but does the heartbeat monitor have to do anything with the cord being wrapped around the child's neck during birth?
Yes, because the oxygen it goes down.
Okay. Okay. And then in between those times, have there been any threats of violence, anything like that?
He calls me to scream at me whenever, he feels like it, and I'll just kind of ignore it. I don't really block his number just because I really, I'm always the one that's like, I believe you can be a good dad, and he's just like, no, like, you're just start screaming at me for no reason. I'm not sure what, I think it has to do with cheating, but that's like a whole different thing.
Okay, but let's be clear, you don't have a protective order, correct?
No, ma'am.
And there's no criminal case open, correct?
Yes.
Oh, there is a criminal
No,
case
I'm sorry.
open?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. I may have asked that weird. Okay. And have you ever called the police regarding any of these incidents?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and would you mind telling us why?
Just because every time an incident would happen with him, he would always call me and cry and apologize, and I would take him back. So I never
Okay,
took that step.
okay. All right. Ma'am, is there anything else that you want to tell the judge that I haven't asked you that he should know?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I pass this witness.
Our default judgment granted. I'm making a finding of family violence. All the terms in the proposal are going to be part of the court order. The Attorney General's always going to put that in writing and email you both a copy if they have his email address. I don't know if he does have it with them. But you'll get a copy, ma'am, and then that'll conclude your case today. You're done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge, for taking my case.
No problem.